if we look to the answer as to why for so many years we achieved so much, prospered as no other people on earth, it was because here in this land, we unleashed the energy and individual genius of man to a greater extent than has ever been done before. Freedom and the dignity of the individual have been more available and assured here than in any other place on earth. The price for this freedom at times has been high, but we have never been unwilling to pay that price. Those who say that we're in a time when there are no heroes, they just don't know where to look. The sloping hills of Arlington National Cemetery, with its row upon row of simple white markers bearing crosses or stars of David, they add up to only a tiny fraction of the price that has been paid for our freedom. Each one of those markers is a monument to the kind of hero I spoke of earlier. Their lives ended in places called Belleau Wood, the Argonne, Omaha Beach, Salerno, and halfway around the world on Guadalcanal, Tarawa, Pork Chop Hill, the Chosin Reservoir, and in 100 rice paddies and jungles of a place called Vietnam. Under one such marker lies a young man, Martin Treptow, who left his job in a small-town barber shop in 1917 to go to France with the famed Rainbow Division. There on the Western Front, he was killed trying to carry a message between battalions under heavy artillery fire. We're told that on his body was found a diary. On the flyleaf, under the heading, My Pledge, he had written these words: America must win this war. Therefore, I will work, I will save, I will sacrifice, I will endure. I will fight cheerfully and do my utmost as if the issue of the whole struggle depended on me alone. We must realize that no arsenal or no weapon in the arsenals of the world is so formidable as the will and moral courage of free men and women. It is a weapon our adversaries in today's world do not have. It is a weapon that we as Americans do have. Let that be understood by those who practice terrorism and prey upon their neighbors. As for the enemies of freedom, those who are potential adversaries, they will be reminded that peace is the highest aspiration of the American people. We will negotiate for it, sacrifice for it. We will not surrender for it now or ever. We are Americans.
Calling all stations, clear the air lanes, clear all air lanes for the big broadcast.
It is the big broadcast. Happy hour. Suck 93.10 snods. Running shotgun. Excuse me.
And here they are.
Is the one and only Great Warhawk himself, Master Thespian.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. Today you can call me Tubercular Timmy because I'm still coughing up phlegm and mucus.
What is this? Crap!
I don't know.
Going around.
I may have given it to you, or you may have given it to me, or we maybe got it from the same person. I don't know. But we both had this thing for the same amount of time, 2 weeks now.
10 days, 2 doctors. Yeah. I still don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But it just takes forever to clear.
I'm better.
And yeah, but here's the thing. It sucks the joy out of just the everyday stuff. You know?
Yeah. Well, you start laughing at something, and all of a sudden you're coughing up a loogie. And it's just frustrating.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's frustrating because they take such good care of my lungs.
Well, see, that should be killing it off, you know? And any of that smoking going on should be nicotine warriors there taking out the phlegm and mucus. I think mine is more allergy related, and for some reason, this spring has just been
it's been awful. I've been dealing with that for months. Here we are. Let's talk about maladies and things.
Yeah, Sonny, what do you got troubling you today? Yeah. I got the hip replacement. I got the shoulder replacement.
I got the hiccups. Sounds like I've had cocktails before the show.
I got the walker. I got the hot pad. I got the Depends.
And there's nothing more deflating when you're relatively young,
Yeah.
like 50, and you need a walker to get around.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had to do that after that back surgery failed. I had no choice. And the only time in 21 years I ever was really mad at Rick Peters, our owner and beloved boss.
What did he do?
Well, surgery failed, so Jay Scott and another guy would come to the house and pick me up so I could come over and pre-record my stuff.
Yeah.
I would do the afternoon talk show from bed,
Yeah.
which was nice. I'd like to go back to that, frankly.
But you couldn't drive.
No.
Definitely not.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God. I mean, it was so... I had a friend named Tammy. Her husband was Captain Jack. They were based at Maxwell at the time, and they helped me out a lot. And when this pain came on, I'm on Young Barn Road, not far from the tobacco dungeon or whatever it is over there.
Mm-hmm.
And it started to come on. I said, Tammy, you got to pull over. I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here.
Oh, no.
And she was kind of in a tough spot because we're on a road, cars behind us. I said, if you don't pull over, I'm literally going to jump out of the car while it's moving. I cannot do this for another second.
Oh, my goodness.
And I literally did roll out of the car into the grass to get. It was just that bad. That's one of the things I look back. It's 21 years now. The first one was the toughest because of all that physical BS.
Yeah. Yeah.
So one day, the guys come to pick me up. It's a cold winter day. We just had a big front come through. It's like 17 degrees with 40-mile-an-hour winds.
Ooh, goodness.
So I get out of the thing and I have the walker. I unfold the walker so I could put my weight on it, Sonny. And you know how that is. It's clop a few inches, clop a few inches. Rick comes bursting out of the building. He's on his way to some business meeting. He looked at me and said, "Hey, Greg, cowboy up."
Oh. Oh.
Now, I'm not
Now,
an expert on cowboys,
yeah, my question is,
but I kind of thought the fact that I was even there
was a big thing, yeah.
trying to get into the building and sit down and do some shows was that was pretty cowboy.
So how long did it take to extract the walker out of his posterior?
Well, that's the only time I ever felt like that kind of anger. But now it's a funny story, so
Yeah.
big deal. All right, that's all I've got. It's 3:14. I have nothing to talk about. Oh, I did see that our governor has worked with the legislature. They've already set
A
the
date?
new election dates
Yes, they did. In
to
August, right?
overcome the discrimination that we have been compelled to live with
Yeah.
all these years.
Oh, I heard
These
the
gerrymandered racial districts. This is such a giant blow to the Democrats. What I want to know,
you know they bust people in to protest today at the State House.
of course they did. I wonder how much they were paid for their trouble.
There's no telling. Lots of college students that are,
Oh,
out of school
well,
right now.
They're experts on everything.
So yeah. Anyway,
Instead of considering maybe, not just goose stepping along to whatever the demo commies tell you to think or believe, why not try embracing some new ideas? It's 60 years, it's time. But what about all these states that are currently still sitting with those that are Democrat? Is there a way the Supreme Court can order them to redraw?
yes, they could.
Because there's just no way in hell.
Well, all those New England states, that Massachusetts and Connecticut, that have just a
Yeah.
slight.
The northern tier of states, I am beginning to formulate a theory that people that live in constantly frigid weather don't think well. after years of exposure to that kind of climate. Because I don't see any reason for it. Mm-hmm. The ultimate example, I mean, it's not that far north. It's barely in New England, but Massachusetts, more properly called Massachusetts. They keep sending Elizabeth Warren to the Senate, that shrieking wild woman. Mm-hmm. And her most recent example, tweet that surfaced last week, it was from the Biden presidency, which was a glorious time in our country's history, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Is that the one about her stopping the merger?
She stopped the merger between JetBlue and Spirit Airlines, which would have given them a combined roughly 15% of all passenger traffic.
But it would have kept both of them
Because
afloat.
in her warped, liberal, bitter mind, 15% equaled monopoly. So she and the Biden DOJ, they worked diligently to prevent that merger from happening based on the antitrust laws, which were designed to, do something about companies that had like 95 to 100% of the market.
That whole vertical monopoly thing, yeah.
They successfully prevented the two companies from forming a partnership that may have made both more solvent.
Yeah.
And now 17,000 people are out of work because of that bitch.
Yep.
And I wonder, why aren't the Republicans running ads nationwide saying, this is what Democrats get you?
Yeah. And also, think about the fact that consumers don't have a low-cost option anymore. They have to pay the prices that the big carriers are putting in.
I know the obvious immediate comeback is, inflation is getting hotter because of the fuel prices being higher because of the situation in Iran. And everybody's patience is wearing thin. We knew there might be a short-term impact, and there has been. Mm-hmm. When does it start coming down again? That's the question everybody's asking, and they have got to fix that, and soon.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the Democrats may still have a chance to get one chamber or the other, but I honestly don't think they will.
Well, I've got a feeling after this summit that President Trump is having with President Xi of China that we may get a resolution pretty quickly on that. But Iran, about the only thing they've got. The only thing they've got right now is to block the strait. They don't have any weapons left.
We've been through how many of these ceasefires now over the last couple of months? At least 3 or 4.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
Everything settles down. The market stops going out of control. I'm afraid that these pauses are giving them time to rearm so they can just randomly fire missiles willy-nilly and keep the whole situation unstable. Mm-hmm. Maybe when we get to talk to Brant McDonald a little bit later this afternoon, as we do around 5:15.
Well, the U.S. is still enforcing the blockade, so no ships are getting in. Now, they may be getting stuff over land from other countries, but, it's...
I don't know what they're hanging in there on. They have no money. They can't do anything with the oil they have. Mm-hmm. And as dedicated as the Revolutionary Guard may be to the Ayatollahs, when they're not getting paid, let's see how long that loyalty stays in place.
We'll see. To many of them, it's a religious thing. To them, they're serving Allah by doing this. But
it's not really a religion, man.
No, it's not.
It's a form of governance. It's a form of slavery.
Control.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Islam means. Islam means submission.
Yeah.
And they're trying to.
And we're not interested. We're not interested in submitting. And
we've had 49 years of this.
Yeah, not even Ronald Reagan really did anything.
No.
I mean, we got the hostages back. There was probably no appetite for a war then. But
we haven't had a president before Trump that has wanted to do anything about it. They just keep kicking the can down the road.
Yeah.
Keep kicking the can down the road. And the fact that we have had 2 major actions, that one last year where they just came in and just, did the big kaboom on Ukraine, the uranium facility, and that got a lot of people's attention.
Yeah,
But it didn't
I
stop
think it was yesterday or Sunday I saw that they still have enough enriched plutonium for 200 bombs.
them, theoretically, because it hasn't been destroyed.
So, yeah.
It may be buried under a big pile of rubble and they can't get to it, but it's still there. And until they get it out, it's going to be an issue.
And I hate to, because you would like to believe that everybody in America understands that it's really important that they not have a nuclear weapon. And that, yes, some pain must be endured while we achieve that goal. But every time you go to the gas pump and you see that, you almost can't blame people for saying, well, do we really need to be doing this?
Yeah.
And then if we just backed out, let them go about their business, gas prices come down, blah, 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 then they nuke somebody, that would bring on a level of pain to the world and to all economies greater than anything. I mean, it would make this look like a day at the beach.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one thing when we had Dr. David Bronner on, who does very well with people's money with RSA. I asked him one time, I said, what's the one thing you fear that you just could not maneuver or strategize around?
Yeah.
That would be catastrophic financially, he said, a nuclear event in the Middle East. And if you have any doubts that Iran would do it, you need to have your naivety levels checked because they're through the roof. So, how about that for a positive start to a show?
I like it. I like it a lot. This is very good. Mr. Bidell, you're a very, very good person to bring up the mood today. It is very good. How about a Slurpee? Would you like the Slurpee here at 7-Eleven?
Hey, before I forget, the Sammy Smith from Impact messaged me, and they've added a fourth Leanne Morgan show on Saturday afternoon at 4. I think that's the one I'm going to go.
Wow. Yeah. Well, that'd be cool.
That's a hot ticket, man.
Yeah.
Think about that. When was the last time somebody came and sold out 4 shows?
Well, and I bet she's ecstatic because now she's making 4 times the amount of money that she would have been making. That's excellent. That's excellent.
I often wondered how difficult it is for a comedian to recharge their batteries after doing a show and then come back the same day, a few hours later, and do basically the same material.
It would be about like doing a musical, doing a matinee in the afternoon and then coming back and doing a show at night. In some respects, you kind of go on autopilot for that second show. But the first show, you get jazzed up. You get very wired. So it's kind of hard to wind down again. So it doesn't take you much to get back
We're on
up.
the television.
Yay!
I forgot to hit the thing.
Oh, okay. Well, the artists, now they can see us, and now they're probably going, oh, turn it back off again. But yeah, I'm sure she's enjoying it. Now, the Sunday show may be rough. Is a Sunday a matinee or is it a Sunday night show?
Sunday night, I think.
Yeah, okay. So she's got time to recover.
Well, we're still also hoping to have her on the show.
Oh, that would be fun.
Before she comes to town.
That would be fun. That would be fun.
Yeah, and I'm very eagerly awaiting the next season of her TV show, which was one of the better sitcoms in recent memory.
That's on Netflix, right?
I believe so.
Okay, because it's on my bucket list to watch this summer.
Yeah, you gotta. At first, it's a little off-putting because she and her sister sometimes look like they've had strokes, and seriously, there's some oddness, but it settles in, and the character development is good. Is that a
I know
reward?
people. That's more chocolate. That's leftover. Those are the Kit Kat Easter bunnies. It's more leftover Easter candy. I
Crunch
know people.
time.
I know people that talk like her. So she reminds me a lot of people I know that are in other
I think it's
places.
one reason why she's so popular.
Yeah.
She is such.
Yeah, she's very natural.
Comes off as an everyday person and does a great job of spitting life's everyday little miseries and inconveniences into comedy gold.
These are little chocolate chickies. So you can have your chocolate fix today, sir. I see that those donuts got inhaled. the GNS donuts y'all had this morning. They ate them.
Well, we had J&J Power Sports Outdoors come in and say hello to the listeners this morning. And
Cool.
I went over to GNS. I wanted to welcome them with the best. I only sheared the top off one donut. I did very well. I really behaved.
They're such good donuts.
At 3:26, let's bring Skipper. By the way, speaking of money, Brant, well, as a matter of fact, something unusual today.
Guess you got to call in early.
No. But the market, after being several hundred points down, the Dow rallied towards the end of the day and finished in positive territory.
Interesting.
So there must be something going on that's making them more confident. He'll know what it is and he'll tell us. 5:15 from Invista Advisors here on News Talk. Skipper, first traffic.
We have an accident, South Court Street at East South Boulevard. That's where Highway 331 heads right out of Montgomery. Please watch out for emergency vehicles there. Busy traffic all around the area, including Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka. Keep it here. We will keep you updated. Trentham State is introducing the Ford Track Automotive Program. This is a workforce-focused partnership with Ford Motor Company to prepare students to become a certified Ford automotive service technician. Go to trenthamstate.edu for more information. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
News is brought to you by Bath Innovations. Call Bath Innovations today to schedule your free in-home consultation.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, here's today's top stories. A Montgomery man has pleaded guilty to raping a 5-year-old child. 35-year-old Stephen Barnes entered the plea Monday, the first day of jury selection for his trial. As per the plea agreement, Barnes will be sentenced to 40 years in prison on May 26. Court records indicate the 5-year-old victim was the daughter of a woman Barnes was dating. Montgomery police have made an arrest in connection to a Sunday morning shooting. 25-year-old Xavier Russell is charged with attempted murder after he allegedly shot the victim in the 1900 block of Wood Run Drive around 6 a.m. Russell was booked into the Montgomery County Detention Facility on Monday afternoon. Alabama voters will go to the polls 1 week from today for the 2026 primary elections. In addition to local races, all statewide constitutional officers, including governor, lieutenant governor, and attorney general, will be on the ballot. The polls will be open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Tuesday, May 19th. Voters will need to present a valid form of photo ID. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
Bath Innovations of Alabama can replace your old bathtub with a low-step shower featuring built-in seating, secure grab bars, and slip-resistant flooring, often installed in as little as 1 day. Call Bath Innovations of Alabama today to schedule your free in-home consultation.
A man who's done a fantastic job, Sheriff Matt Gentry. Thank you.
When Alabama families needed protecting, Matt Gentry answered the call. For nearly 30 years as a Marine, a deputy, and now the Sheriff of Coleman County, he's stood between us and danger. Now, Matt is taking that same no-nonsense approach to the Public Service Commission to stand up for Alabama ratepayers and fight back against liberal green energy agendas that threaten our way of life.
From small farms to front porches, people deserve someone that will fight for them, someone who understands them and understands their struggles. I'm Matt Gentry. I'm asking for your prayers, your support, and your vote for the Public Service Commission.
Because Alabama doesn't need more politics. It needs a sheriff. Paid for by Gentry for PSC. P.O. Box 655, Coleman Avenue, 35056.
We get a lot of questions about what all we handle at Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. I'm Hannah Grantham.
And I'm Eddie Bader, and we will handle all of your real estate needs.
We handle all your buying and selling needs, from your first home, next home, land, investment property, and even commercial properties.
We do it all and have the experience that shows you what makes us different.
So when you think real estate, think Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. Look us up on Facebook or give us a call at 334-368-6358. And let us show you who you have on your sign matters.
I'm Stephanie Bryan, chairwoman of the Porch Creek Indians. Tourism and hospitality are more than industries to the Porch Creek Indians. Providing a warm welcome is part of our heritage. It's central to who we are. From Atmore to Aruba, we've created more than 20 unique travel and tourism destinations, providing unforgettable guest experiences and life-changing career opportunities for our tribe and our neighbors in Alabama and beyond. Learn more at porchcreekindians.org.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. If you're a local business owner doing digital marketing, quick question, are you getting the results you should be? At Blue Water Broadcasting, we see clients every day who thought their digital was working okay until we showed them a more cost-effective way to run their digital. With 7 radio stations and a full suite of digital solutions, we offer everything from search ads and social media to targeted OTT display and more. We don't just run ads, we build strategic campaigns that drive real results. Before you renew another contract, talk to us. Visit BlueWaterBroadcasting.com.
Live local talk. The River Region's only 24-hour News Talk FM station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Scully?
Yes, Mulder?
They released the UFO files.
Finally, we'll see what we've long suspected.
Wait, is this all there is?
This is the file dump.
This is the dump.
Pictures of white dots.
And this video of a white dot moving in gray clouds.
I think that's an asteroids video game.
Wait, here's something that was sent to J. Edgar Hoover. It's a blue light with an orange fringe shaped like a saucer.
I've seen that before. Pretty sure that's an ELO album cover.
Well, that was disappointing.
So was the revival of the X-Files.
Now that was a dump.
The truth is still out there.
I haven't talked to you since the UFO files were released. Mm-hmm. Was there anything in there that surprised you, got your attention? Nobody wants to talk about it.
Well, it's interesting because some of the stuff they pulled out is stuff we've already known. Like all the stuff they're all going, oh, look at that stuff from the Apollo. It's like we already knew about that.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And the transcripts have been around for 50-something years. All the stuff going back to Gemini 7, we've all known about that. So it's nothing new. It's just another one of those anomalies where we're like, yeah, we knew this, but we still don't know what it is.
But they didn't want to tell us the truth because it would collapse the foundations of our civilized society, the Bible, the Ten Commandments, all of the view of the universe.
And again, it goes back to the fact they think we're stupid. They think that we're dummies. They think that we can't handle it. I think we can handle it.
Oh, I agree. We're not all Democrats.
I know, but we're seeing things that we can't explain.
In fact, I think the Democrats are hiding some of these aliens. Let's go to AOC. Mm-hmm. One of my favorite targets. Mm-hmm. I cannot stand this woman. The sight of her makes me sick. The fact that she's even in Congress, based on what, I don't know, and the media carefully crafting, it's like Gil Fulbright. Mm-hmm. Carefully crafting this version of her that's supposed to impress. From our friend David Blackman's blog this morning. Hey, I should share this, right?
Sure.
Okay. David set up this particular video in his blog by saying, thoughtful and serious stuff like this.
What?
What a bunch of crap!
Okay, she doesn't know.
I
what
don't
she's talking
understand the words you just said.
What was that?
Does she not understand that the people that were the Congress were some of the richest people in America? Many of them, some of the largest
Landowners?
landholders. Yes.
Sure.
And it's not that they were against the riches of the British Empire. They were against the fact that the British Empire was ignoring them.
All right, so
It was taxation without representation.
David's translation of the brilliant AOC.
Goodness.
In her limited brain, old King George was the 18th century equivalent of Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, and Elon Musk. As always, the Dems live on a steady diet of exploiting the ignorance of the masses, which, by the way, they've helped create themselves with their tireless efforts to destroy America's education system.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well,
What did I see? I saw a number today that just blew me away. I think it was on the New York City school system.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that they're spending $44,000 per pupil per year?
Per student?
Per student.
How?
You got
How?
astronomically union-driven salaries.
Right.
And
facilities upkeep. Yeah.
There's that, because they don't take care of anything. They're constantly.
A lot of those schools are over 100 years old.
Well, and just for kicks, the kids like to break windows and some of the infrastructure. $44,000 a year.
Wow.
And the test results get worse and worse.
Yeah.
And since the money system, at least the one that's been in play, rewards districts who graduate students. I mean, I remember you had to take a fundamental test
in order to
graduate high school. Had to show that you at least knew something.
Yeah, you have to
some
do
basic
that.
stuff.
You have to do that here in the state of Alabama.
We've got kids that can't read at third grade level, graduating high school, because money, it's always in the middle of everything. Then there was the obligatory denial with host David Axelrod. Well, there's a very neutral source.
Mm-hmm.
Chief advisor to the last Manchurian candidate, Barack Hussein Obama, his own self, asked her about her presidential ambitions. Oh, yeah.
What? A lot of them are Republicans.
That is the sound of an auditorium full of real dumbasses right there. Based on what? Based on what?
News Talk. Got it. Okay. We'll have to figure out what button we need to push. Thanks.
Look at her with that smile, just sucking it all down, laughing. At, what was that?
I had to tell you this. That was Wendell, who said that there is no audio coming across from the clips on YouTube or on Facebook. So
course
there's
there
a
is.
button we got to push somewhere.
I just did.
Okay.
If
So-
you missed the AOC audio, do you want to hear it?
No.
Well, we still have some of this clip left.
I don't know. It sounded like even more. Should we
you
do
all
it?
move to New York or to other parts of the country?
How many would like AOC to stay in Congress? See, they want you to make a move. What say you about all of this?
I hear Wendy's is hiring.
You know, it's funny because in this op-ed that Jeff Bezos paid for in the Washington Post, there was this line that you had mentioned earlier about, well, as a potential 2028 contender, XYZ. And in the context of that, it was very clear this was a veiled threat, right? So the elite saying, if you want this job, you just stepped out of line. And we want you to know where the real power is. And it's in the modern day barons who own the post and own the algorithms, and we're gonna.
Okay.
I hate to say it, but I feel like I'm getting dumber just listening.
Yeah, I feel like I have brain cells that are jumping the ship.
But you know what? The depressing part about this, we already know she's a nitwit. And
yeah, but the problem is she believes it. She believes it.
But what about that auditorium full of people clapping like seals waiting for a piece of fish?
Yeah, yeah. It's just the celebrity thing. Oh, look, it's AOC. We see her on TV. Or. You know, I think that's the big problem with it, is that she's got celebrity status.
That's all she is.
I know.
I saw.
And if she gets in a prolonged campaign, the more it's going to become like what happened with Kamala. You get Kamala up in front of a crowd, you know, all of a sudden they're realizing, wait a minute, she's not all there. She's and the reason that, you know, she didn't get elected was not because she was a woman, it's because she was an idiot.
Yeah.
And she didn't
Why
know
is it
what she was
taking
doing.
people so long to understand that she was a joke?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's the same thing with
Hillary could talk the game. Hillary did have some experience at screwing things up, but
well, same thing with Biden. I mean, they kept him hidden quite a bit during 2020.
does anybody ever stop to think, when do you turn on the TV and not see Donald Trump doing something?
Mm-hmm.
Traveling somewhere, meeting with somebody,
Mm-hmm.
bringing people to the White House, talking to the press every day.
Talking to the press at length.
Yeah.
It goes on and on. I've seen some of those press conferences. They go on for an hour.
Yeah.
And he's just responding and answering questions and talking and joking and jibing. And
I think the man runs on work. I really do.
Yeah.
He just never stops. But Joe Biden spent half his presidency sitting in that chair on Rehoboth Beach in Delaware.
Asleep.
And oblivious.
Yeah.
While AutoPen was busy getting things done. At the direction of who?
Well, we may never know. I'm hoping we will someday, but right now,
I think we're going to have a one of our bigger. There's our Senator Tuberville, who also works very hard
oh, he looks nice. Look at that tie.
on the Assimilation Act. I think he's using Pete Hegseth's hair gel too. He's got that swept back look.
Yeah, he's looking very governory.
There you go. There's right there. Trump calls Vance and Rubio a dream team.
Yeah.
And I'm not the only one. I've said it already. I think Rubio is going to lead the ticket in 28. And just today, there was an article pretty much pointing how Rubio's stock has just skyrocketed in the second Trump term.
He is thriving as Secretary of State. That was a job he was born to do. And he is proving it every day.
Unbelievable.
And I'm loving the fact that he's filling in for Carolyn Levitt on the press briefings and just knocking it out of the park.
And the media, as much as they want to hate him, they really can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we have more of this depravity to come.
have you read?
Do we have bad breath coming out of the radio or something? Nobody wants to talk to us.
Have you read your May column on the air yet?
No.
About citizenship.
I never read what I write.
Well, you should read this one. It's quite good. It's quite good.
It's Citizen Greg, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I wanted to write about citizenship because it doesn't seem to be worth much these days. And especially when you have complete mentally incapacitated jackasses inviting non-residents to vote in our elections. Nobody else does that.
Exactly.
Nobody. They welcome you as a tourist to France, but if you go there and say, "Gee, I really like Paris. I'm not going to live here, but I would like to have an opinion in who runs this country. Can I vote here?" They would look at you like you're nuts. Here, it's de rigueur, which is French for everyday business.
It's fascinating in all these arguments they're having about the drawing the congressional lines. They're all talking about, we want to make sure every vote counts. And the problem is they're not saying there's a crucial word that needs to go in there. Every legal vote counts. Yeah. They're wanting to count a lot of votes that aren't legal because that's how they win.
And we're supposed to accept this as normal.
Yeah.
And if we can just get the Supreme Court to mandate California and all these other states that have these democratically gerrymandered maps.
Now, you heard what they want to do in Virginia with the Supreme Court.
They're not going to win that
that's
case.
That's not going to happen, but I'm like...
That's balls the size of... why don't I have a good metaphor for balls right now? That they're gonna go to the Supreme Court, which ruled against this very type of gerrymandering to begin with, and ask them to overturn a state Supreme Court which said you didn't follow our state's constitution in enacting this legislation.
And they didn't.
So it's no good.
They
We're
didn't.
throwing it out. They really think that the Roberts Supreme Court is going to overrule the Virginia? That's... Wow. I want some of those mushrooms.
But again, it's the whole idea of the rules apply to thee and not to me.
Yeah, that's
very
poignant and brilliant.
The ends justify the means. In this case, they're thinking, hey, we're going to get the votes and we're going to be able to be in power and we're going to get to do things and change things.
You know that we have babbled all the way to 3:47, and
really,
I'm now 20 minutes behind.
Oops. We're going to have...
Time flies when you're having fun.
We're going to have the rich and buttery Rick Peters coming in here whacking us with his wacky stick.
He's
Does he have
listening
a
to the
wacky
balls.
stick? Does he play golf?
No.
Okay, good. So we're not going to be attacked with an iron.
To play golf, you have to have sticks.
Sticks!
You know, the golfing sticks, he does not have those.
He could sick the Frenchies on us, but I don't know if the Frenchies are really...
Oh,
that
they're
intimidating.
suckers. Just they'll roll over and let you get away with murder. All right, we got to get Skipper back under some traffic here. 12 before 4.
Well, at the moment, we have busy building traffic all over the area, especially East-South Boulevard, I-65 and 85, busy through the interchange. And Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka reporting light to mostly moderate traffic. Keep it here. We'll update you if any accidents happen. Davis Store and Sash is your trusted source for quality replacement windows and doors. Save 10% on materials when you mention this ad. Visit Davis Store and SashAlabama.com. Call 334-288-6010. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
This May 19th, vote for Jim Ziegler for Alabama Public Service Commission. Jim knows what to do.
Alabama has been targeted by massive data centers and solar farms. They can ruin your community and drive your electric bills up. No one in Montgomery is overseeing this. I'm Jim Ziegler, and I will serve as your watchman on the Public Service Commission.
Jim Ziegler knows how the Alabama Public Service Commission works, and he knows how to make it work for Alabama families.
I'm Jim Ziegler, the watchman. I've been traveling the state listening to the voters and your problem. Your power bill is too high. When I'm elected to the Public Service Commission, I will fight to lower your power bills. Vote for me, Jim Ziegler, the watchman for PSC.
On May 19th, vote for Jim Ziegler for Alabama Public Service Commission. Paid by Jim Ziegler Campaign, 3071 Teal Court, Mobile, Alabama.
I'm Todd Strange, and I had the privilege of being the mayor of Montgomery 2009 to 2019. As mayor, our top priorities were the safety of our city and community development. Unfortunately, in recent years, violence has raised its ugly head. We all have seen what's happening in our community. More has to be done to ensure the safety of Montgomery. For that reason, I'm backing Republican Catherine Robinson for Attorney General. She has stood tall for Montgomery and said enough is enough. Catherine has worked in the Attorney General's office for 10 years. I've seen her lead and help set up the Montgomery Area Crime Suppression Unit and help pass tough new laws to target gang activity. Catherine Robinson cares about Montgomery, and she will work with Coach Stoberville to put an end to violent crime and restore law and order. Catherine will deliver. On May 19th, join me in voting for Catherine Robinson for Attorney General.
Paid for by Robertson for Attorney General, P.O. Box 50063, Birmingham, Alabama 35253.
For many homeowners, there's untapped reserves hiding in plain sight. It's not in the savings account. It's not in the stock market. It's right under your roof. Now more than ever, homeowners are sitting on record levels of home equity, and that equity belongs to you. It can be used to consolidate high-interest credit card debt, to pay expensive school tuition, to cover medical expenses, to invest in renovations, you name it, because that money is yours. This isn't about taking on unnecessary debt. It's about using an asset you already own to improve your financial position competition and your quality of life. The key is understanding your options and choosing the strategy that fits your goals. Let's see what's possible with the equity in your home. Give us a call at Alabama Home Mortgage today at 334-567-4223 or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. That's Alabama Home Mortgage, because there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586368, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center at 8161 Vaughan Road. You know, with over 30 years experience in natural wellness, I've seen countless health fads come and go. A few years ago, we added a patented technology that actually activates your stem cells. It reverses the aging process at the cellular level. However, you do need proper hydration and targeted nutrition. At the Herb Shop, our advanced scanning and testing technology allows us to accurately assess your nutritional needs and get a customized plan for you. Come in today and see what the Herb Shop can do for you.
Paid for by McGinnis for Alabama, 203 Investment Lane, Summerdale, Alabama, 36580.
Hillary! Hillary! I'm really feeling my pain. I sure could use a 5-point plan right now.
I'm Christina Warner McInnes, and we all need the 5-point plan for Alabama farms and families. Better food security. They should be able to buy Alabama rotisserie chicken with SNAP benefits, not margarita mix. Guide more farmers to the millions of dollars in grants they deserve. Protect our farmland from China and promote sweet-grown Alabama for tourism. We need more Alabama food on the plates of our schools and home. It's time to tell the politicians in Montgomery, same old is not working for us.
Christina Warner McInnes for Agriculture.
I haven't asked the big guy yet, but I have a feeling he'll like the plan.
This 5-point plan is huge, very special, and believe me, I know the 5-point plan. And all the other 5-point plans are horrible, probably made in China.
Rich Thomas Weather, a service of Riverside Chevrolet Wetumpka. If it's Chevy, it's Riverside. Best price, best selection. Check them out on the web at riversideusa.net.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. Alabama is drying out this week. It's a pretty uneventful forecast. Tonight, there'll be some clouds from time to time, then mostly clear later. Overnight low temperature down to about 60. I think we'll be in the lower 80s Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday with a good bit of sunshine. Nights will be a little cooler, especially by Thursday night. I've got us around 54. But the afternoon's very comfortable with low humidity. We could see 90 degrees by Sunday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Del Rey to Publix.
On FM, on your smartphone, and online. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
These people with bumper stickers that say, "We are the proud parents of an honor student at the Franklin School," or the Midvale Academy, or whatever other innocent-sounding name has been assigned to the indoctrination center, where their child has been sent to be stripped of his individuality and turned into an obedient, soul-dead, conformist member of the American consumer culture. Here's a bumper sticker I'd like to see. "We are the proud parents of a child whose self-esteem is sufficient that he doesn't need us promoting his minor scholastic achievements on the back of our car." Or, "We are the proud parents of a child who has resisted his teacher's attempts to break his spirit and bend him to the will of his corporate masters." Just be a nice little for change, you know? Here's something realistic. We have a daughter in public school who hasn't been knocked up yet. We have a son in public school who hasn't shot any of his classmates yet. But he does sell drugs to your honor student.
It's George Carlin's birthday today.
Yeah, that man was not a comedian. He was a prophet.
Really was. What year was George Carlin born?
George Carlin was born May 12th, 1937.
Okay, so he would be 89.
If he were still alive today, yeah. He did the first episode of Saturday Night Live, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
And rumors were that he was under the influence of some substances.
Everybody was under the influence of some substances. It was 1975.
But you can't tell that from watching the footage. I mean, he's
there's a couple of moments. And I can only tell this because I know the beast. It takes one to know one.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of points where you can see in the liquid in his eyes something's going on.
Yeah.
It's subtle. And for a while you can do that. I mean, that's one reason why people get hooked on certain things, because they can still do their job and, at least fake it.
Yep.
And then it does get to a point where
there's just no way. Yeah.
It's paralyzing.
Yeah.
Can't function.
Well, speaking of subtle, Cousin Vinny was on the line. He said you should talk about them having kahunas the size of coconuts.
Coconuts is a good
That's
start.
a good one.
We're
Yeah.
just getting started on that, by the way.
But
did you see this story from Arcadia, California? The mayor of that city has been a Chinese spy.
Oh,
She's facing 10 years.
Oh my goodness!
How did she get elected to begin with? Well, for one thing, she's a Democrat. But as David Blackman points out, you would never know that in the media coverage, because when a Democrat gets into trouble, they somehow forget political affiliation.
So she must have been a naturalized citizen.
Yeah, she's...
I bet she came to school on a student visa and stayed. How about that? I bet that's what happened.
They just didn't have enough word space in the article for the word Democrat. And this is
oh my goodness,
no surprise.
that's just nuts.
We talked about this yesterday during the Idiocracy. Is it the treasurer? Yeah, the county treasurer, Harris County, Texas. Third time she's been booked into a local jail.
Uh-oh.
And now has 2 DUIs. And the paper not only forgot to mention her political affiliation,
Mm-hmm.
and called the DUI a misdemeanor, which in most states it is. However, when you start collecting them,
it changes things.
A second or a third in some states becomes a felony. And you're almost mandatorily going to have to serve some time.
Oh, yeah. Get your license suspended and all sorts of things.
Carla Wyatt gets arrested for her second DWI in 6 months. The original headline on the Houston Chronicle story went out of its way to assure readers she'd only been arrested for misdemeanor DWI, as if that makes it better. The headline changed only after I, meaning David Blackman, and others complained to the editors about their bias. You would also never know from the Chronicle story on the matter that Ms. Wyatt happened to be, you guessed it, a Democrat. Just 2 of a million ways the worthless, corrupt legacy media covers for their favorite political party. And they took some more hits today in Pennsylvania, but that's on a different level. Now you've got open concern about their anti-Semitic behavior. And we're out of time to do that for this hour. Our show brought to you in part by Clark's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing, a $180 value Clark's Club membership. You can win it for free on the morning show. Just call us between 6 and 9. Give us your first name and last initial. You may win on the Friday drawing. But investing in one of these is a great idea because, A, they come to your house twice for that $180 to tune, clean, and make sure your system is running at an energy-efficient peak. Then their HVAC techs and their amazing plumbers are available on a moment's notice, 24/7, 365. You will not wait. You get priority service if something goes wrong, with plumbing especially. You can always turn on a fan for a couple of hours to try and keep things cool. But when there's leaks, you need somebody to come out and shut the water off in the front, diagnose the problem, apply the fix, and be on their way. And Clark's guarantees that. Clark's is also available if you want to purchase a new system for your home. I urge you to consider it because they do the install and warranty, and the price is competitive, and the new units are unbelievably energy efficient and deliver the result you want even faster. Call 277-2125, 277-2125, or visit clarkcomfort.com. Their Alabama certification number 09098. We return to Skipper at 4 o'clock.
Well, so far looking good this afternoon, but we do have a lot of cars on the interstates right now, 85 and 65 through the interchange. East-South Boulevard doing a pretty robust business this afternoon, as well as all of our feeder roads outbound. Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka reporting light to mostly moderate traffic. We'll keep you updated. Get $1,000 customer cash on Camrys at McKinnon Toyota. At the lowest tax rates in Alabama, and it's worth the drive. McKinnon Toyota, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up. Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
And this is a painting of my grandfather, the only one he ever had made.
Sometime, take a close look around your house.
This sewing machine was my Aunt Mary's.
If you have possessions that are irreplaceable, consider this. Each year, over 65,000 American homes suffer a fire due to an electrical problem. Are our possessions safe? To know for sure, call Crosby Electric, your exclusive provider of CurrentSafe, the world's foremost home diagnostic system. Using high-tech equipment, Crosby Electric will check your hidden wiring, panel box, light switches, and electrical outlets to pinpoint potential problems and make sure your things are safe.
Oh, my daughter's second grade art project. I'd die if something happened to this.
Some things can't be replaced by insurance. Don't wait another day. Call 272-2085 for an in-home no-obligation assessment or visit crosbyelectric.com. Don't just think it's safe. Know it's safe.
Now you'll be safe with CurrentSafe.
A new year brings new opportunities, and right now the market is starting to shift.
Interest rates are beginning to come down, which means more buying power and more options for buyers who've been waiting.
If you're thinking about buying a home, this could be the moment to take that next step.
And whether you're buying, selling, or investing, having experience on your side matters more than ever.
At Hannah and Eddie Realty Group, we're also growing our team.
If you're an experienced agent ready to make a difference in this market and want to be part of a team that values knowledge, support, and results, call Hannah and Eddie Realty Group, where opportunity meets experience.
Mayday, Mayday, may I have your attention? I want to announce that Pizza Perfect in May, you can buy a large pizza at the regular price and get a large single topping pizza for only $10. You already know that Pizza Perfect has the best pizza buffet in town, including spaghetti, breadsticks, salad, dessert, and drink for only $13 at lunch and dinner on Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday all day. In May, buy any large pizza at the regular price and get a large single topping pizza for $10. Pizza Perfect, Coliseum Boulevard in Eastbrook, available for pickup and delivery.
It's tax season, and by now, I know you're a bit tired of the numbers, but here's an important one you need to hear. $16 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud. Not all grim news. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second for your personal information and alerts you to threats that you could easily miss on your own. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock's U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to fix it. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK, 1-800-LifeLock or lifelock.com. Terms to apply.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
Today is May 12th, Limerick Day. There once was a guy on the radio who talked about weird holiday-deos. None of them made sense, but in his defense, the guy really needed the pay-dio. Happy Limerick Day!
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusada, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
Here's your 405.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. President Trump on his way to China, where he plans to have long talks with President Xi Jinping about the war with Iran. He'll also be discussing a number of issues, including trade and artificial intelligence. Some top U.S. executives in the high-tech sector on their way also. They're invited, at least, to attend that summit. The U.S. consumer prices climbed sharply again last month as the 10-week war with Iran once again pushed energy prices higher. The Labor Department reported today its consumer price index rose 3.8% compared to April of last year. On a month-to-month basis, April prices were up 0.6% from the month of March. Kuwait is accusing Iran of launching a failed attack earlier this month on an island where China is helping to build a port in the Middle East country. On Wall Street at the close, a mixed bag. The Dow gained 56 points, NASDAQ down 185. This is SRN News.
If you're listening right now, chances are you're either worried about a parent living alone or you are that parent and you know your family worries about you. Either way, there's a great company that finally got senior safety right, Connected Caregiver. Connected Caregiver is everything you already know about senior alert devices, fall detection, emergency button GPS, but reimagined for today. A small wearable device alerts your family the moment something happens. Discreet in-home sensors, no cameras, no microphones, cover you even when you're not wearing it. And a smart pill box tells your family if medications were taken, all right on their phones. For the kids, you go from hoping everything is fine to actually knowing it is, even when you're across the country. For mom and dad, Connected Caregiver keeps you in your home on your terms. That's not losing independence, that's keeping it. Call 888-870-8020. A Connected Caregiver specialist who genuinely cares will help find the best solution for you. They'll even help check if you qualify for a free device. Call 888-870-8020, 888-870-8020.
That was the rhetoric of the 1980 campaign. We'll get government off your backs and out of your lives. Yeah, but they still want to tell you what rock lyrics you can listen to, and they still want to tell you what you can say on the radio. The FCC, the Federal Communications Commission, decided all by itself that radio and television were the only two parts of American life not protected by the free speech provisions of the First Amendment to the Constitution. I'd like to repeat that because it sounds vaguely important. The FCC, an appointed body, not elected, answerable only to the president, decided on its own that radio and television were the only two parts of American life not protected by the First Amendment to the Constitution. And why did they decide that? Because they got a letter from a minister in Mississippi. A Reverend Donald Wildman in Mississippi heard something on the radio that he didn't like. Well, Reverend, did anyone ever tell you there are two knobs on the radio? But hey, Reverend, there are two knobs on the radio. One of them turns the radio off, and the other one changes the station. It's called freedom of choice, and it's one of the principles this country was founded upon. Look it up in the library, Reverend, if you have any of them left when you finish burning all the books.
George Carlin's birthday today, what did he say, 89? He would have been? Yeah.
He would have been 89 if he made it.
And as we both agree, an absolute prophet. And at some point today, we'll have to play The Owners.
Yes, yes.
A clip that Terry Adams turned us on to years ago that makes more and more sense. I mean, we've been playing it on a regular basis for, 12 or more years?
But you know, that's what the good comedians do. They look at life and illuminate things about life that we all know and we've experienced, but then somehow they are able to make it funny.
Yeah.
You know, that's what Leanne does, Leanne Morgan.
Yeah.
And she's just talking about having kids and being a wife. And
her format basically is personal neurosis.
Mm-hmm.
But she makes it funny because we all have them.
And she's got that voice, y'all, where she just it's talking with honey and dripping with vinegar, and it's hysterical. She's absolutely hysterical. So I'm glad that she's got work. I'm glad that she's doing well, because she's in her 40s, right? Late 40s, early 50s.
Well, you know, I wouldn't want to make that guess. With her on the phone, but we can always ask a neutral expert.
Two questions you should never ask. Never ask a woman her age.
How
never
old is
ask her how
Leanne
much
Morgan?
She weighs.
Leanne Morgan is 60 years old.
Really? She doesn't look it.
No.
She doesn't look it. Man.
God, you know, it's hard to believe somebody born in 1966 would be 60. That doesn't make any sense to me either.
Yeah. Wow.
Not for any particular reason or whatever.
Well, and this is probably, she's making the most money now than she's ever made in her life. You know?
See the story yesterday, was caught on the New York Post last night.
Yep.
We got a problem in this country all over the place with judges releasing bad people back into society. Yesterday, a judge released a psychiatric patient. And he promptly went out and killed somebody.
Pushed a guy down a flight of stairs to his death.
Yeah.
So it was like a 78-year-old guy or 80. I don't know how old the guy was, but regardless, the guy just pushed him down a flight of concrete steps and he died.
Still waiting for anybody on the left to explain to me why the price that we pay for having illegals in the country with American citizens being butchered, who wouldn't be butchered if the people that butchered them weren't here because we enforced the border.
Mm-hmm.
Still waiting for somebody to justify that. Also today, the Democratic Party's anti-Semitism is showing, and today, a Pennsylvania State Supreme Court justice said he's leaving the Democrat Party over what he sees as a rise in anti-Semitism from mainstream party figures, which, by the way, does include AOC and the usual circle jerk there. Justice David Wecht, who was elected to the court as a Democrat in 2015, said in a statement he's switching his party affiliation to independent due to an acquiescence to Jew hatred becoming disturbingly common among activist leaders and many elected officials in the Democratic Party. I can no longer abide this, he says, so I won't. I'm no longer registered with any political party. And the first person to have his back, John Fetterman, who has, to me, gone from a joke, somebody who you couldn't even understand half the time, to maybe one of the
most sensible people.
And he's still a Democrat, and he says, I'm not changing parties. He says, I knew David and his legendary father, Cyril. As I've affirmed, I'm not changing my party, because he doesn't want to go through that yet. But I fully understand his personal choice. The Democratic Party must confront its own rising anti-Semitism problem. So in doing that, he stays a Democrat, but confirms, yeah, we're becoming anti-Semitic. And anybody that tells me that they're the party that cares about people of color, you need help, because they've done nothing for nobody. Well, Soldier Boy, he's the only, apparently the only listener with our station call-in numbers today. But it's good to hear from you. I was, in fact, I said, John, I heard you on Joey's show, and I thought, he hasn't called me. We don't have an attitude problem, do we?
No, if we did, me and you would have it out. You know that. I'm a Taurus, man. I'm outspoken, baby.
So what's on your mind this afternoon?
Here's what's on my mind. Here's what's going to go down, okay?
All right.
I did 2 tours. I did a 16-month tour in Fallujah. I did a 16 months in Taji, okay?
Mm-hmm.
When I was over in Desert Shield, Desert Storm, okay?
Mm-hmm.
One thing I've understand about the tribal Muslims over there, okay? They're the same group, okay?
Yeah.
And that they only understand, they don't negotiate, okay? First of all, they only recognize people that are strong, powerful, unlike our Barack Obama, who was a limp wiener noodle, you know.
Well, he was a bully. He was a bully on the personal level, but he was not a strong leader.
Yeah. No, he was not a strong leader. He wasn't like a Reagan or anybody, you know. And also, the Biden, Mr. Veggie, okay,
yeah,
couldn't do anything either. But Mr. Trump is strong enough. Now, here's what I think was going to happen. Their game is right now is to wait out to the midterm. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to wait till the gas and everything gets so pressured that the constituents start, you know, pushing against Donald Trump.
Yeah,
Donald Trump has got to stand strong. He needs to stay strong. And you know that there's a website where you can bet on when you're going to meet aliens or when UFO is going to land.
The poly markets, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna bet when those bombs get dropped, because those bombs need to drop soon. And Mr. Trump has been talking about it, because these people, they're nothing. When I associated and worked with them closely, they do nothing but lie, cheat, and steal. It's in the Quran.
Mm-hmm.
That's their game plan, okay? That's what they're going to do. And Mr. Trump's not dumb enough to keep, I'm going to, and then these liberals like, you got to negotiate more, you got to talk this, you got to do this. Mr. Trump says no. Did you see one of the things they said to ask Mr. Trump? Oh, we'll hold off for 5 years on any nuclear. No, period. Anymore, never.
Yeah,
he's a strong leader.
You know,
and I hate to say it, he's going to have to drop the bombs.
Yeah, if you're going to place a bet, Soldier Boy, I would place that bet for the moment that Air Force One clears Chinese airspace after this meeting with Xi.
I agree with you on that. I like that. Yeah.
He's going to give the order, all right, start dropping bombs. Because if they can't get the Iranian regime to give up. That's the biggest thing that's sticking point right now.
Well, China's already sent a constituency to them to tell them to shut the crap up and just go along with what the Americans are asking for, because China's getting hurt because they're not getting oil.
They get 90% of their oil from Iran.
Yeah,
so they can put
that's what I'm
economic
saying.
pressure on Iran. And I think that's the reason why he wanted to do this summit.
But, you know, the wild card in the middle of this, as you pointed out, we're not dealing with normal people here. We're dealing with real committed mental patients over there.
Liars, they cheat and steal. That's not that they're mental. That's just the way they are. They're tribal people. They don't have any democracy or freedoms or anything. They're tribals.
Yeah.
You read the Quran. You can lie, cheat, steal, murder, anything for the advancement of your tribe. It says in there, quiet, period. Your tribe. It's not, thou shalt not lie, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill. No, you can do all those for the betterment, as long as it advances the tribe's betterment.
And anyone who
And
is
that's gonna be
not submitted to Islam is considered an infidel.
Oh,
and
God, right in the middle of this great conversation, I got to look at AOC. Again, my ambition is way bigger than the presidency. You're so full of...
Hey, let's send her over.
Yeah, but are you seeing her from the back side or the front side?
She could bring Iran to its knees.
Yeah, just parachute her in.
I'm going to stay here and talk until you surrender.
Hey.
That could be the breaking point.
She may start World War 11, okay? I mean, number 12. Number 12. We're on 11 right now. Huh? I can't believe that one. That's some great video.
And then there's her cousin, Hakeem Jeffries, who's a totally worthless, racist piece of crap.
He is racist. Everything out of his mouth is racist.
Yeah.
Everything.
He's an Obama wannabe.
And I talk to some of my liberal friends sometimes, and I make a bet with them, and they won't take the bet with me. Can you talk to me about the good government in this country without mentioning Donald Trump's name one time? Nope, can't do that.
And isn't that
They
fascinating?
can't.
Because
It is fascinating that you can't even complete a sentence without putting Trump's name there.
they can't come up with news stories without
Hey,
him.
great news. Missouri Supreme Court upholds their GOP ridiculous. Now we got to get into the states that are already like Illinois, California, and put an end to it there.
Greg, did you hear about what happened in California?
About the Chinese spy?
No, even better than that. They said that 1/3 of this country's was it hospice care is in 1/3 of it is in California. Okay.
What?
Out of that 1/3, half of it, more than half of it, is in one city, Los Angeles.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
No, it was
Doctor,
totally fake hospice care places stealing our tax dollars.
My goodness.
God. Can you believe that? Who's that? Dr. Oz. Dr. Oz mentioned it, because he's got a job now, And Dr. Oz says, half of the 1/3 is in one city. One city, Los Angeles.
We need to see some consequences. Tired of waiting for people to be arrested.
I agree with you. I mean, if they can take Mr. Trump and try to march him through and try to get some mugshots, I want to see some mugshots of these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right, guys. Hey, Greg,
Thanks.
I'll try to call a little bit more often. Thank you.
Everybody's welcome to call. What am I, intimidating or something?
I don't know.
It's an easy show to talk to. I'm not that smart.
I don't know. They should read your column, though. The column in Boom Magazine about
We can come back to
citizenship. That was good. That was very good. I finally got a chance to read it.
I've already gotten one person who really liked my idea of sending AOC to Iran
Mhm.
and just having her talk. That
Send
would bring them to their knees.
Send Elizabeth Warren with her, too, for moral support.
You've got countermeasures you can take with bombs and missiles, but
Mhm.
when you've got AOC within earshot, there's no help. All right, Skipper's got traffic. Rich's forecast next.
We have an accident reported Taylor Road at Berry Hill. Please use caution if you're heading up towards East Chase Parkway and on to I-85. Traffic moving slow and backed up at that location. Everywhere else, very busy around the city right now, especially I-65 and 85 East-South Boulevard, 231 to Wetumpka. Some of our busier spots at the moment. If you have less than perfect credit, McKenna Nissan may have just the plan for you. Talk to David Martin, and he will do everything possible to have you driving today. McKenna Nissan, exit 212 off I-65 in Planton. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
Rich Thomas weather.
Well, hi, everybody. Alabama is drying out this week. It's a pretty uneventful forecast. Tonight, there'll be some clouds from time to time, then mostly clear later. Overnight low temperature down to about 60. I think we'll be in the lower 80s Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday with a good bit of sunshine. Nights will be a little cooler, especially by Thursday night. I've got us around 54. But the afternoon's very comfortable with low humidity. We could see 90 degrees by Sunday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Big dreams for your home on a tight budget? ASE's $26.26 as you covered. Unlock your home's equity with just $26 in closing costs. No fees, no headaches. Visit your local ASE branch today. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 420259.
A man who's done a fantastic job, Sheriff Matt Gentry. Thank you.
When Alabama families needed protecting, Matt Gentry answered the call. For nearly 30 years as a Marine, a deputy, and now the Sheriff of Coleman County, he's stood between us and danger. Now, Matt is taking that same no-nonsense approach to the Public Service Commission to stand up for Alabama ratepayers and fight back against liberal green energy agendas that threaten our way of life.
From small farms to front porches, people deserve someone that will fight for them, someone who understands them and understands their struggles. I'm Matt Gentry. I'm asking for your prayers, your support, and your vote for the Public Service Commission.
Because Alabama doesn't need more politics. It needs a sheriff. Paid for by Gentry for PSC. P.O. Box 655, Coleman Avenue, 35056.
If you're struggling with ED or your performance is down and your belly fat is growing, listen up. You've got one life. Now is the time to act.
At Montgomery Men's Health, we're not just healthcare, we're your secret weapon. Don't wait another day. Here's why you need to act right now.
Every moment you delay, your condition could worsen. It's not just about sex, it's about your heart, your relationship, your life.
Montgomery Men's Health has years of proven results for ED and low T. We've introduced treatments so exclusive, you'll wonder why you waited.
Procrastination is the thief of time. When it comes to your sexual health, you can't afford to wait. Join the League of Gentlemen who've walked out of our doors with a swagger.
Call Montgomery Men's Health at 334-440-3663 or visit montgomerymenshealth.com. Book your $99 male performance consultation now. Dial 334-440-3663 or visit montgomerymenshealth.com. Montgomery Men's Health, making it happen.
I'm back to doing what I love and more, thanks to the Good Feet store.
I suffered with plantar fasciitis for almost 20 years. I would try drugstore insoles and supports.
If you suffer with plantar fasciitis, we know the search for pain relief can feel like a hopeless ordeal.
I've been through surgeries, foot injections. I thought that foot pain was going to be with me for the rest of my life.
At the Good Feet store, we hear stories every day of all kinds of cheap inserts, expensive shoes, and other failed remedies people have tried that just didn't work.
I was trying all different things, not a single one worked. And then I was driving past the Good Feet store, and I thought, why not? Give it a try. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support for my feet. Then it was like, okay, this is different. These make a difference.
I'm so glad I'm at Good Feet. It changed my life.
Don't lose hope. Give the Good Feet store a try.
We're located at 7341 East Chase Parkway in the shops at East Chase. Now hiring.
Rich Thomas Weather brought to you by M&M Outdoors. Book your stay today at MNMCampground.com for relaxation at its best. It's easy to find and hard to leave. M&M Outdoors, your home away from home.
What does it mean for a nation to be successful? I'm Stephanie Bryan, Tribal Chair and CEO of the Poarch Creek Indians. We believe a successful nation gives back. As we've built economic opportunity and prosperity, the Poarch Creek Indians have been able to give back to our neighbors in Alabama and beyond. More than $37 million since 2021 alone. From education and health care to tornado relief, learn more about our charitable giving at PoarchCreekIndians.org.
We didn't say it, you did. Guests keep telling us Epicure and Jack's Tavern serves the best steak around. Wet aged in-house, hand cut, perfectly cooked. When people talk, we listen, and we keep doing what we do best. We invite you to come experience the difference for yourself soon. Epicure and Jack's Tavern. Come taste what everyone's talking about.
E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, ride for free. E-Bike Oasis, ride for free.
At E-Bike Oasis, we're more than just Montgomery's best electric bicycle store. E-Bike Oasis offers free 1-hour electric bicycle rentals and a full-service electric bike repair shop. Stop by E-Bike Oasis in Montgomery today for free rentals, repairs, and electric bicycle brands in town.
Hey there, I'm Kim Williams with Alabama Home Mortgage. Our partnership with Blue Water Broadcasting has reached thousands of listeners in the River region. People listen, people call. Now, there's mortgage savings for us all.
Our advertisers are our biggest advocates. Call us to find out how radio can increase your bottom line. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers.
What it is, Big Mama? My mama raised no dummies. I did the rap.
What? When news happens, you'll hear about it first. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
That's all you've got here, folks. Mile after mile of mall after mall. Many, many malls, major malls and mini malls. They put the mini malls in between the major malls. And in between the mini malls, they put the mini marts. America the Beautiful, one big transcontinental commercial cesspool. And how do the people feel about all this? How do the people feel about living in a coast-to-coast shopping mall? Well, they think it's just dandy. They think it is cool as can be because Americans love them all. That's where they get to satisfy their two most prominent addictions, shopping and eating. Millions of semi-conscious Americans day after day shuffling through the malls, shopping and eating, especially eating. Americans love to eat. They are fatally attracted to the slow death of fast food. Hot dogs, corn dogs, triple bacon cheeseburgers, deep fried butter dipped in pork fat and cheese whiz, mayonnaise soaked barbecued mozzarella patty melts. Americans will eat anything. If you were selling sauteed raccoons on a stick, Americans would buy them and eat them, especially if you dipped them in butter and put a little salsa on them.
It is 427. Interesting things happening in California. We find out the mayor of one of their cities was actually a Chinese spy. We know that Gavin Newsom has been picking America's pocket. Mm-hmm. The fraud is beyond my ability to comprehend or describe it. And now, there seems to be a really good chance with their jungle primary, perfect for California, that the two Republicans, Steve Hilton in particular, and then what's going on with Spencer Pratt, that's... And the commercials he's running and the people he's calling out, I think it's doing some damage.
Well, you heard Karen Bass dropped out of the next debate.
That's because she had a new prior commitment.
No, it's because she got toasted in the last one.
Yeah, that's why she's not going to be in this one. But now, according to an article of Citizen Free Press, the Democrats are so worried that the two finalists in the jungle primary could end up being Republicans, they're thinking about changing the system so that can't happen.
Oh, of course. If we can't win the honest way, we have to rig it.
Yeah. And then when they try to rig it and get caught, they get all pissed off. They're like little infants with a rattle.
Goodness gracious.
God, I've just never seen. And in the middle of all this, who can name one idea they've suggested that might help in Iran, lower gas price? We heard one idea of substance from anybody. They're just, and some of the people, long-term Democrats, are saying, you got to get over the TDS here. It's not working. Nobody's buying. In fact, it's even penetrating Hollywood. Billy Bob Thornton, who is a likable actor, said the other day, he said, I don't think we should be doing this. I don't think America needs a lecture from us on how to vote or what to think. They live in an alternate universe. They have once they get in and they've made some money and they've got the mansion in the hills.
Yep.
Or wherever it happens to be. And believe me, I've been through that area many times. It is about as removed from reality as anything can be. But then maybe it's because they're stealing money for a living, acting, getting paid millions, whatever. I don't know if it's guilt. because they have such opulent lives that they feel obligated to destroy ours as a reward. So Billy Bob Thornton makes the statement, I think we need to stop this.
Good for him.
Well, The View had an argument about it today.
Well, they pile on.
Sonny Hostin, who just from appearances seems to wear a thicker level of arrogance than Barack Obama on his best day.
Mm-hmm.
They are feuding over whether celebrities are obligated to speak out about politics. Can you handle a minute clip?
Yeah, make sure to share it so everybody can hear it.
Like this?
Yep.
Okay, and now we put it on.
I think we are at a crisis point in this country. I think democracy is participatory. I think when you have a platform, that means you have an outsized voice. And when you have a platform, I think that you have a responsibility to speak up about what's going on in this country. In my view, silence is complicity. And every minute, we need every single ally.
Listen to the applause.
Silence is complicit.
How do they find enough retarded people to attend these things?
Well, that whole silence is complicit goes both ways, too.
Well, but wait, there's more.
Yeah. Okay.
Every day we get closer to an autocracy in this country. We're about to lose it. I think that people don't seem to understand what's going on.
I don't think you know what the hell's going on, Joy B, huh? What do you know about autocracy? Is that the new one? We've gone from, what's their favorite word of the week? Democracy is over, autocracy. Oh, oligarchy.
Oligarchy, yeah.
What happened to the oligarchy?
Yeah.
You know what happened to it? Most people don't even know what that word means.
An authoritarian.
I may say, okay, Billy Bob Thornton's one of my favorite actors. I'm never going to say a bad word about him, starting with that. But B, a lot of this table criticized George Clooney when he wrote his Biden op-ed. That is a celebrity using his voice, saying what he believes.
Fine.
It can't just be when they
He
agree
can
with your
say it
position.
and I can criticize
But
it.
here's
That's
what I say.
called free speech.
I think that oftentimes we give too much weight to what celebrities say when they wade into things. I care way more about, honestly, I call it slacktivism. If you get on social media, you do your post and you're like, I did my part because I have 1 million followers. No, go door to door, get involved in your community, get deeper on the issues. But I don't think we should bully people into saying you have to speak out.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, he just, he's just, Billy Bob Thornton said, I'm not qualified. What do I know about it?
He's an actor.
Yeah. And you would think.
But there are too many people who are actors who think because of their position that they have the right to tell everybody what they think about anything and everything.
It's not that they offer an opinion. It's the judgmentalism that comes with it. I mean, not only are you wrong if you don't agree with me.
The holier than thou attitude.
Yeah, you're scum.
That's rough.
Yeah.
That's the way it all comes off. The first guy to have a breakthrough with this was Ricky Gervais.
Yeah.
It's the 77th annual Dress Up and Play Pretend Awards, where we award all those people you spent way too much money to see dress up and play pretend.
And his speech, I think it was at the Golden Globe.
It was.
An all-time
First
great.
and last time. At the Golden Globe.
Yes.
Hello and welcome to the 77th Annual Golden Globe Awards, live from the Beverly Hilton Hotel here in Los Angeles. I'm Ricky Gervais. Thank you. You'll be pleased to know this is the last time I'm hosting these awards, so I don't care anymore. I'm joking. I never did. It's the last time. Who cares?
He's telling the truth.
Oh. Apple roared into the TV game with a morning show. A superb drama, yeah. A superb drama about the importance of dignity and doing the right thing, made by a company that runs sweatshops in China. So, well, you say you're woke, but the companies you work for, I mean, unbelievable. Apple, Amazon, Disney. If ISIS started a streaming service, you'd call your agent, wouldn't you? So, if you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So, if you win, right, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and whack, whack. So...
Yeah. Run away.
It's already 3 hours long.
That took Chutzpah.
Yeah.
With a capital Ch.
And it's great because they were shocked. Are we supposed to laugh at that? Are we supposed to? What?
Yeah,
what did he say?
right. Because they're so used to the sucking that goes on from the podium.
Mm-hmm.
When we come back, something happened in a Major League Baseball game last night that's getting a lot of talk.
Okay.
And it involved a celebration by the San Francisco Giants that some people are criticizing.
Was it during the game?
After. They were celebrating a win against the mighty Los Angeles Dodgers, who really have sucked it this year.
Were they playing at Dodger Stadium? Or were they playing somewhere else?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll find out what this is a tease.
Yeah.
This is a tease. That's all I can give you for right now. 1819 News is standing by with your local and state later on Wall Street Business. Brant McDonald at 5:15. I'm just double checking here to make sure we haven't missed anything. Good. All right, so at 4:37 we'll head into the traffic dungeon bravely with our leader skipper. Then we'll get you some news. What's happening out on the road?
Well, once again, we have light to moderate traffic around the Montgomery area. We are very busy on East and East-South Boulevard. Traffic really building on I-65 and 85 through downtown. And we got a lot of folks on Taylor, Vaughn, South Court. We are seeing a lot of heavy traffic, 231 to Wetumpka. Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka reporting light to moderate traffic flow. Come by Thompson Tractor in Montgomery and check out their incredible selection of used equipment at their used equipment sales center. See the machines that get the big jobs done. Thompson Tractor off I-85 just past Chantilly Parkway. Buckle up with the J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
News is brought to you by Budget Floors and More, your new best friend.
1819 News.
Democrat state lawmaker Wandolyn Gavan is blasting U.S. Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas, saying he's an Uncle Tom and sold his own people from Africa into slavery. Gavan's video rant comes after the U.S. Supreme Court ruled 6-3 that Alabama can return to the redistricting maps created by Republican state lawmakers back in 2021 and 2023.
For those of you all who do not know, the court they ruled and they sided with the Republicans here in the state of Alabama. Clarence Thomas, this MFer, I'm sorry guys, this man, this Uncle Tom, this black man right here, I don't know what kind of black he is, but I have never in my life met a black man who has never done any damn thing at all in the position that he has that would ever benefit black people. And this man that's just as dark as I am, how in the hell do you go along with, you have sided with the Republican Party, you are a freaking straw boss of Stephen Fletcher, a damn Uncle Tom for these people. I just don't get it.
I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
The news cycle can be overwhelming, to say the least. Andrea Tice cuts through all the noise with the daily detail from 1819 News, Alabama and national news in just 10 to 15 minutes. What you need to know before you start your day. Find the daily detail wherever you get your podcast.
This past Monday night, the Hoover City Council met and approved an ordinance that creates a review process for any future projects involving data centers and tech development. Each proposal will be evaluated on a case-by-case basis to consider and study the impact on traffic, energy, buffers, and zoning. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Delreta Publix.
I'm Todd Strange, and I had the privilege of being the mayor of Montgomery 2009 to 2019. As mayor, our top priorities were the safety of our city and community development. Unfortunately, in recent years, violence has raised its ugly head. We all have seen what's happening in our community. More has to be done to ensure the safety of Montgomery. For that reason, I'm backing Republican Catherine Robinson for Attorney General. She has stood tall for Montgomery and said enough is enough. Catherine has worked in the Attorney General's office for 10 years. I've seen her lead and help set up the Montgomery Area Crime Suppression Unit and help pass tough new laws to target gang activity. Catherine Robinson cares about Montgomery, and she will work with Coach Stoverville to put an end to violent crime and restore law and order. Catherine will deliver. On May 19th, join me in voting for Catherine Robinson for Attorney General.
Paid for by Robertson for Attorney General, P.O. Box 50063, Birmingham, Alabama 35253.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson from the Goodson Group with your Real Estate Minute. The 5 things to do when you are considering selling your home. Number 1, get a realtor to evaluate your home, and that will make suggestions on updates needed for your home, painting suggestions, and staging tips to highlight your home. Number 2, along with the evaluation of the house, you need an updated market analysis that compares your house to other houses for sale and those that have sold. Number 3, do a walk around your own home to see what you could do to improve the curb appeal to potential buyers. Since research tells us that 8 out of 10 home buyers choose the house that they view based on the curb appeal of the home. Number 4, review online the houses that have sold in your neighborhood to see how yours compares with the ones that buyers have chosen. Number 5, if possible, use a CRS certified realtor in your marketplace. For other details, call Bo Goodson at the Goodson Group, 221-2883 or 551-0225.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
Congressman Barry Moore has always delivered for Alabama. As a member of the House Freedom Caucus, Barry Moore earned a score of 100 from Heritage Action for protecting our values. He's helped thousands of Alabama families, fought for our veterans as a veteran himself, and secured millions for infrastructure, first responders, and public safety. Barry Moore helped pass Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill, delivering tax cuts for hardworking Alabama families, and stood strong to secure our borders. Now, Barry is taking that fight to the United States Senate. Barry Moore will defend our freedoms, defend the Second Amendment, protect our children, stand up for parents, and keep boys out of girls' sports, while continuing to cut taxes and lower prices. Endorsed by President Trump, Barry Moore is a proven conservative Alabama can trust.
I'm Congressman Barry Moore. I've rolled up my sleeves in Congress, and I'll keep fighting for Alabama in the U.S. Senate. I'm Barry Moore, a conservative fighter, and I approve this message.
Approved and paid for by Barry Moore for U.S. Senate.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. At PBS Painting, there are no gimmicks, no $99 specials. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network is brought to you by Earnest Financial.
If you're tired of losing your money in the stock market, call David Earnest, 334-279-7431. Earnest Financial, LLC.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. Alabama is drying out this week. It's a pretty uneventful forecast. Tonight, there'll be some clouds from time to time, then mostly clear later. Overnight low temperature down to about 60. I think we'll be in the lower 80s Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday with a good bit of sunshine. Nights will be a little cooler, especially by Thursday night. I've got us around 54. But the afternoon's very comfortable with low humidity. We could see 90 degrees by Sunday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
When the heat hits to the river region, don't wait. If your AC quits, Hands Heating and Air offers same-day service, or your diagnostic charge is free with their Comfort a Day or You Don't Pay guarantee, plus 24/7 service with no overtime charges.
The premier place the River Region turns to for news, weather, traffic, and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Well,
Did y'all hear how they're making a game show out of that Wordle? Man, I'm sick and tired of them making all these game shows where you gotta know crap. Whatever happened to fun game shows like Supermarket Sweep, where the only skill you had to have was cramming a wad of T-bones into a shopping cart? I got an idea for a brand new game show. You blindfold a player, then a bunch of people they know come and blow in their face. It's called Guess Whose Breath, with bonus points for guessing which brand they smoke. Okay, y'all, I gotta go. I just had such a giant gas bubble. My Fitbit thinks I was just in a car wreck.
Commentary from Menthol Meredith, heard Tuesdays on News Talk 93.1 FM. Oh, God, what, Fox, again. AOC claims her ambitions are bigger than the White House. Your mouth is bigger than the White House.
What, she want to be on the Wheaties box? What?
And every time it's open, she's spewing bullcrap. God, I can't stand her. You want to know how I really feel? Next time we do a public gathering, though.
You know who we haven't seen a lot of? Jasmine Crockett.
Because nobody wants her. She's a total liability for the Democrats now. She got embarrassed in Texas when she thought, again, no shortage of arrogance in that woman, because she never was challenged. Her seat was a gerrymandered lock, and she could say whatever stupid thing she wanted. The media would ignore it if it was really dumb.
But now she's going to be out of work. And
who's going to hire her? For what? Would you want somebody with that type of alpha, self-absorbed personality on your...
You know who I think may hire her? She might replace somebody on The View. Wouldn't that be fun?
Well...
I don't know who, but...
Oh, there's all the late-night guys having a big circle jerk around Stephen Colbert, and you should be angry and crazy and kissing his head. You're all assholes.
They're going to be next.
You gave up, you sold your soul to the man, Barack Obama. You sold your soul to the man and gave up entertaining for being political tools. And may the rest of your careers flounder.
It's going to be interesting looking back on this time, because I think the era of late night is going away.
Oh, it is.
Because people aren't watching anymore. They don't
Colbert's gone. Fallon and Kimmel will be next. NBC and ABC are the two networks who so far have been immune to the corporate level changes. CBS is changing. In fact, they just they took I believe it was a Trump interview, and they didn't give it to Leslie Stahl. They gave it to one of their other correspondents.
On 60 Minutes? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she
Marco
still did
Rubio
something.
versus AOC in 2028. Didn't I say that in the 3 o'clock hour?
Yeah. Man, he would eat her up.
Oh.
Like nobody's business.
How can anybody take Pete Buttplug seriously?
He looks good in a tie.
He has never accomplished a thing except marry a gay man.
Yep.
And he has ridden that about as far as that pony's going to travel.
Well, and he did the whole bicycle stunt where they had the bicycle in the back of the SUV and they drove it up to, about 100 yards away from his destination. He gets out, gets on the bike, and then bikes the way in.
Yeah.
That was clever.
Such phonies. Such total phonies.
Mm-hmm.
The Movie Maven will join us at 5:35. We'll talk some entertainment.
Good deal, yeah.
There's some
I'm
good
excited
stuff out
to
there.
talk to her about some sturf. Hey, I did a thing on Monday. You know what I did?
What?
I got my Star ID on my license. Now, they've been talking about this Star ID for years now.
Yeah.
I mean, they passed the legislation, not
Over
long
20 years ago.
Yeah, not long after 9/11. And it's crazy. Uh-oh. My camera just went out. I don't know what happened.
I didn't touch anything.
I don't know. It just flashed.
How
Well,
do
they
we-
can hear me. Even if they can't see me, they can hear me. No, I went and got the Star ID because I got selected for jury duty, which starts Monday on the 18th. So I'm going to go report to the courthouse. Well, you can't get into a courthouse or any government building without a Star ID. So I had to go and pay almost $34 to bring my
Can't
documents.
you use the lack of a star ID for not doing jury duty?
I could have, but I didn't. I was good. See, this ties into your piece in the Boom magazine.
Yeah.
May column. I was being a good citizen. I wanted to make sure and do my duty. I'm going to bring a book with me. In fact, I've got several books lined up because I got a feeling I'll be sitting there reading a lot. But I've got to report to the courthouse at 9 o'clock in the morning on Monday. So I've got to have my star ID so they'll let me in. And it didn't take very long. I was in and out in 15 minutes. I didn't have an appointment. I walked in and I typed in on the little kiosk, and 5 minutes later they called me back. I've got my documents. I've got my driver's license. I've got my social security card, my birth certificate. I've got a piece of mail from I think it was from Alabama Power that had my name on it and my address to verify that I was there. And bada bing, bada boom. And they took a picture of me. I look like a grumpy old man in my picture. It's funny, but I should get my real license. Right now, I've got my little sheet of paper that's the star ID, so I'll show that to the people at the courthouse.
I am
Monday.
tired of proving I'm a citizen.
Well, you shouldn't have to. I mean, that's the thing. We shouldn't have to prove our citizenship, but because so many people have abused that privilege by coming over the border and taking advantage of the bounty that's here without becoming a naturalized citizen. There are a lot of people that have done it the right way. And more power to them. They have done it the right way.
Watching a group of naturalized citizens who have earned it brings a tear to my eye.
Mm-hmm. And they want to learn the language. They want to be an American. They want to be part of our culture.
In fact, the press release from Senator Tuberville's office today reiterates his comment, if you're not going to assimilate, don't come in.
Exactly.
We cannot have, again, more Beazle Schmiaz from the left. Multiculturalism is not working. It is destroying Europe. Because they're inviting in a culture that wants no other culture except theirs. But you can't bother them with, fine print details like that. Holy cow. Sometimes it seems like the world just gets more stupid.
The thing is, you've got people coming into this country that don't want to change. They want to bring their country here and make little conclaves like they've done in Minnesota with the Somalians.
Hey, give the governor of Texas credit. He put an end to that big Muslim-only thing that they were.
Yeah, that was a little
launching.
creepy. But there are places they're trying to do that all over the
I went
place.
through that here on a much smaller scale. A bowling alley that is no longer in business. Went there with, we had a family gathering. We were going to bowl on a Sunday after church. And we had about 16 people. So I went over early to procure alliage and all that. When I walked in, I was stopped by a woman at the door who said, Muslims only. I said, what?
Interesting.
And inside, there were a number of people wearing
Hijab and all that, yeah.
costume. And I said, well, there's no open bowling. Muslims only. I said, okay. Here's my card. I'm going to be talking about you on Monday. And I just lambasted them because there was plenty of room for open bowling.
So they had they rented out
They
the
just
facility?
didn't want the air in there being breathed by anybody but Muslims.
That's not
and
right.
I told her, I said, shame on you for allowing that.
There's more and more of that happening all over the place.
That's
More and
not
more of
that's not assimilation.
No, it's not. It's not. And it's an attempt to put your culture and your ideas on top of ours. You're not becoming one of us, an American. You are trying to bend your will to our will. And it's not right. It's not right.
No, we're not going to submit. No, thank you.
That's not what people did in the beginning of the 20th century when you had people coming from Germany and from Ireland and Italy
And that-
and
you know,
China
that's another-
even. The people coming from China.
Rich
They
and I were
wanted-
talking about that because you would think that people of color have been the only ones victimized by discrimination. I got some bad news for you. In the 19th century, nobody was more poorly treated than the Irish. the Italians not too far behind.
Mm-hmm.
And then during World War I, anybody with a German name either changed it or denied they were German because of the backlash against them in World War I.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sorry, as much as you'd like to bend history to your narrative, you can't do it because it's still there. Maybe one day we'll start teaching it again. But discrimination is a two-way street, and that's the beauty of this Supreme Court ruling. You can't cure discrimination with more of it. That's revenge. That's not justice.
And you know what's interesting about this whole immigrant crisis we've got all over the world? The only countries that are not accepting immigrants are Muslim countries. Muslims are going to traditional European countries
That's the plan.
and taking over. You've got Muslims coming here trying to take over, and as well as other ethnicities. But the Muslim countries are not accepting refugees, which is, I think, a very interesting.
How big of a party should we have when we celebrate the deportation of Ilhan Omar?
Oh, my goodness. That'll be a happy day.
Yeah.
We'll be doing the happy dance. We'll be, firing off fireworks and drinking our happy juice.
456, we got to fix your camera, buddy.
I don't know what happened. That's weird.
I touched nothing.
It flashed on this computer. And
By the way, confirmation, Pamela will be back with us tomorrow. Yay! Thursday, Jesse Lynn's going to join us.
Yay!
Friday, Terry Adams, Eddie Bader. David Blackman unable to join us Thursday because he has to go out of town to attend a funeral. At 4:57, the place to find your flooring is Georgia Floors Direct.
Oh, yeah.
We had Jeff Mallinson on the other day, was talking about a home down at the beach that he was down measuring. They actually have such an inventory and such a reputation, a good one, that they actually do flooring business in 7 other states, including down by Destin. Nobody offers a bigger selection because Jeff Mallinson can acquire container loads of all types and styles of flooring and offer people the ultimate range of choice and price. They have their own teams of installers, and the navigators for that huge inventory are the merry band of floors who make shopping there a truly joyous experience. This is why they've been around for over half a century and will probably be here for another half or two. Selection, service, they save you time, they save you money. Also offering window coverings, marble and granite kitchen countertops that now have new features and finishes that look like leather. It's amazing stuff. You really got to see it in person.
Oh, yeah.
Even putting a picture of it won't do it justice. Visit them on the boulevard across from Lowe's, a flooring destination since 1969, which last I checked was the year the earth stood still. All right, Skipper's got traffic, Wall Street business to follow.
Well, we are really seeing traffic build now all over the area, especially 85 northbound out of the interchange all the way out to Taylor. Picking up a lot of steam on 65 northbound to Millbrook, Prattville, 231 to Wetumpka. Loading up as well as highways 80, 331, and Troy Highway. Please be careful out there this afternoon. We're going to keep you updated when accidents happen. Right now, busy and building. Davis Store and Sash has quality replacement windows and doors. Save 10% on materials by mentioning this ad. Visit DavisStoreandSashAlabama.com or call 334-288-6010. Buckle up with Jay Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bob Agnew. U.S. consumer prices climbed sharply again last month.
The Labor Department reported Tuesday that its consumer price index rose 3.8% from April 2025. On a month-to-month basis, April prices were up 0.6% from March, as gasoline prices rose 5.4%. Excluding volatile food and energy costs, so-called consumer core prices were up 0.4% last month from March and 2.8% from April of 2025, relatively modest readings that suggest the energy price burst isn't yet spilling over much into other prices. Bernie Bennett in Washington.
Amazon is opening store-sized delivery hubs in dozens of cities to get some products to customers in 30 minutes or less. The ultra-fast Amazon Now service first launched in India in June of last year. At the close on Wall Street, it was a mixed bag. The Dow Jones Industrial Average picked up 56 points. The NASDAQ down 185. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bob Agnew.
Paid for by McGinnis for Alabama, 203 Investment Lane, Summerdale, Alabama, 36580.
Hillary! Hillary! I'm really feeling my pain. I sure could use a 5-point plan right now.
I'm Christina Warner McKinnis, and we all need the 5-point plan for Alabama farms and
better food security. Make sure